Hey everybody. I wanted to make a video for you on the fundamentals of how to train your dog because if you want to have a well-behaved dog, you can be thrilled to have by your side and never have to worry about, and also a happy dog who loves his or her life, you need to know certain things to start to do, as well as certain things you should avoid as a dog owner. So cheers to you for coming to this video to learn more. By just taking a bit of time to get yourself educated on the subject, you can make all the difference and get a much better relationship with your dog soon. Even if you've tried to train your dog before and he or she seems resistant, you can overcome that by getting into the psychology of your dog and knowing more about it. It'll allow you to communicate more fully with your dog as well, and you'll end up having a better relationship. So I wanted to give you a video full of very important tips you need to know before you start training your dog, and some things you can do to make sure that your dog is always calm and under control and well behaved. And I wanted to tell you about a site that will help you with this stuff too. Um, you'll end up having a better understanding of dog behavior, and you'll feel like a real dog owner because you'll have a great relationship with your pet. You'll avoid trouble with other people. Say your dog might bite someone, and that could result in legal action even. And you'll never be the guy with the out of control dog that nobody wants to hang around with. You can teach your dog tricks and stuff like that too, and if you're a single guy, your dog can help you pick up chicks. The best way to do that, as I've said, is to learn the psychology of your dog and learn the proven techniques to get your dog to follow any command you give and help it live better in a human environment. If you want a guide that comes from professional training experience and one that universally works with all common dogs, I'll have to recommend the guide at this site here, which I mentioned before. It really makes it easy for you because you'll see the whole picture and it gives you everything you'll need to fix your dog's behavior issues, any issues that your dog might have. It really takes care of it for you and shows you the steps you'll need to take. And it will help you to get your dog to get closer to your dog than you'd ever think you could just by understanding your dog better. So you can check it out at this link if you want to see it for yourself. It'll help you as well as your dog significantly. But for now, I want to give you 6 important tips you need to keep in mind while training your dog so you can live better together. Number 1, this is about instinct and ancestry. It's vitally important to understand the instincts, natural behaviors, and ancestry of your pet dog. Domesticated dogs all descend from wolves. Many of the behaviors and instincts of the wolf are still present in your pet. These instincts have remained present and strong throughout the course of the domesticated dog's evolution. Behaviors such as barking at strangers and being on guard are perfectly natural. The role of any dog is to protect his or her pack against potential threats. Your dog isn't barking to annoy you, your dog is barking to alert you to a potential threat and to ward off whatever he or she is feeling threatened by. You have to understand that training involves directing the instincts which are already present in your dog. Your new dog will want to follow his natural instincts. Your role is to set achievable limits for him, but to understand and respect these instincts. Research the breed you intend to purchase as well. Some behaviors are common to all dogs. Some breeds have specific traits you should be aware of to effectively train them. Number 2, pack instinct. Dogs are instinctually social creatures. Like the wolf, they are pack animals with a distinct hierarchy. If there is no clear leader, your dog will attempt to fill that position. Not purely because he or she wants to be in charge, but because dogs need structure. They need to know their place in the pack. His household, including human companions, children, and other animals, are your dog's pack. He needs to know his role in order to be happy and feel secure. A pack with no leadership is confusing, unsettling, and frightening for your dog. After all, if there is no pack leader, who will be responsible for supplying food? Who will protect the pack in the event of danger? Who will provide leadership and comfort? This is why a hierarchy is so important to a harmonious relationship with your dog. You must be the pack leader. As pack leader, it's your responsibility to fill all of these roles and a few others besides them. Show your pet you are the leader. Encourage him to defer to and to submit to you. This does not have to be done with punishment and physical abuse. Training builds a solid bond between yourself and your companion. Engage in training activities which encourage him to submit in a gentle manner. Shake paws, roll over, and kiss, among others, are submissive actions. Anytime your dog completes an action you request them to, he's submitting to you. Some dogs can be stubborn when it comes to submitting, but this is often because we as pack leaders are not consistent enough, and we allow our pets to get away with undesirable behavior too often. By being a pack leader, we allow our dogs to know their place within the pack and the world. Having a place within the hierarchy and knowing who is in charge allows a dog to feel settled, comfortable, and secure. He does not have to worry about anything except pleasing you. Number 3, timing. When training, it's crucial to get the timing of the key word or hand gesture and the reward and praise correct. You cannot sit and explain to your dog what they did right or wrong. The dog must associate the command with the action he performs. The same principle applies to a reward. The reward or praise must come immediately upon completion of the desired command. For example, if your dog sits on command, then he should be praised and rewarded within a few seconds. This way he associates the successful completion of the command with good things. In this case, praise and reward from his pack leader. If you casually hand him a treat 30 seconds later, he will not understand why he's being rewarded. If you find you're struggling to teach your dog certain commands, you can wait and watch until he performs the desired action naturally. He may not immediately grasp the concept of laying down, for example. In this case, wait until he begins to lay down. Then perform your gesture and speak your command while he is in the process. Then praise and reward him. This way he'll begin to understand that when he performs this action on command, he will be rewarded. Number 4, patience and repetition. Training any dog or puppy is time-consuming. As a human companion, you must exhibit patience during a training session. You shouldn't shout at the dog for not grasping what you're trying to convey. It's not a deliberate act. They just do not understand what you want. Training sessions should be short so that your dog does not become bored and so that you do not become too frustrated. If you find yourself losing patience and snapping at your friend, you should take a few deep breaths, and if this doesn't work, you should end the session and try again later. Repetition is one of the keys to training. For the dog to retain the information, the command should be repeated again and again, not only in one session, but repeated sessions on a daily basis. It also does not have to be confined to structured training sessions. Keep a pocket full of treats handy and request your dog perform actions randomly throughout the day. This takes your dog by surprise and ensures he does fully understand the command as opposed to just predicting what you want. Many human companions make the mistake of maintaining the same training routine in the same order. For example, the commands always follow the same pattern: sit, down, roll over, shake paws, etc. Your dog will quickly learn this routine, and instead of concentrating on your command, he will follow the routine. Mix it up, catch him off guard. This will ensure that he retains the information. Also remember that training must be consistent. This means that each member of your household should command and reward in the same way. Also, if you do not want your dog to do something, never let him get away with it. If you are not consistent, he will continue to attempt the undesirable behavior just to see if he can get away with it. Number 5, socialization and exposure. Socializing your dog and exposing him to many new situations and environment is an important element of training. Dogs should learn to interact with strangers and people as soon as possible. The earlier you start this process, the easier it will be. He should not automatically view strange people and animals as a threat when on a walk, for example. He should also not run over manically to the strange person or animal and jump all over them, but instead be taught to greet calmly before engaging in play. This is for their own safety as well as to make them well-mannered and socially acceptable. Repeatedly exposing them to new environments and unfamiliar noises helps to reduce anxiety. Conducting training outdoors or in new or busy environments is a true test of your dog's ability to restrain itself and perform with many distractions. A very common theme at training classes is, well, he can do it at home, I don't know why he won't do it here. At home, which is his regular safe environment, he will perform desired actions quickly once he's grasped the concept. This is because there are very few distractions and no strange people or animals. Doing the same in classes or anywhere else for that matter is an entirely different ballgame. Often a dog will stay for a whole minute indoors when you get to training and the trainer asks, can he stay? And his companion says yes, he can do it for a whole minute. In reality, you'll be lucky if he manages 10 seconds before getting up and running off to explore. To combat this, you should train your dog away from home as much as possible, even if it's just giving a few simple commands while you're out for a walk or in the park. The more he's exposed to training with distractions, the quicker he will learn to ignore the distractions and focus on you, his pack leader. Number 6, punishment, training, and interaction. Punishment should never include physical abuse. There's no need for this behavior. There are far more constructive ways to discourage your dog from unwanted behavior. Your dog should never fear you. Instead, he should respect you and be eager to please you. The most effective punishment for your dog is to ignore him completely. If he has done something that you don't like, just turn your back on him, give him no attention at all. Your dog wants your attention, so do not give it to him. You can also gently but firmly turn his muzzle, look into his eyes, and with a low tone tell him no. This is the equivalent of a growl from the pack leader. Never lash out at your dog. All this does is produce a dog who is nervous of you and anyone else who raises their hands to him. Training sessions should be fun and exciting for your dog and a brilliant way to build a better bond. Always finish on a positive note, never finish on a failure. Your dog needs to remember the fun, the rewards, and praise so that he remains eager to do it all again. Interact with your dog, praise him for desirable behavior, speak in a silly voice, whoop and squeal at him when he performs well. This way he learns when you're pleased with him and recognizes your tone of voice. So imagine that you didn't have to worry if your dog will get into trouble around your house or worry that it might annoy or even hurt you or other people, among 1,000 other worries that you might have about your dog. Think about what it will be like if your dog is incredibly well behaved and does whatever you ask it to. Imagine it can do impressive tricks and that you'll be able to show your dog off instead of being ashamed of its behavior. And that your dog was happy and content and not confused by its environment. That'd be great, right? Well, you can do that yourself if you just find out a little more about it. Now, it'll take a bit of time to train your dog, and it'll depend on how well you learn to train your dog and how well your dog starts to learn. So you should be prepared for that. But once you know how to keep control of your dog and once your dog is trained in the coming months, your dog will be a much better companion and he or she will also be more adapted to a human environment and happier. And you'll be able to play better and teach your dog tricks and do more fun things together. If you want something that'll show you the way to train your dog as fast as possible, I really have to recommend the guide I talked about earlier. It makes all of this really simple for you. It takes all the guesswork out for you. You'll have a better understanding of dogs in general, and you'll be able to bond with your dog in an incredible way. If you haven't had a close relationship with an animal before, it's hard to imagine how close people and dogs can get. I'm sure you might have seen some of your friends with their pets. I know it's cliched, but they really can be your best friend. And learning more about how they think can help you get closer with your dog and make the most out of your relationship. So check it out at this link I put in the video here, and I'll also put it in the description for you. And you can click the link and download all the information you need right now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you out a lot. Good luck and cheers.